disclaimer, this video is in no way, shape or form a medical advice. This is purely informative. I am putting this video out there so that you can make informed decisions. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Helen. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for returning to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing before you go. Turn on your bell notification, that way you get notified as soon as I upload a new video. Today I am recording how to avoid early miscarriages in pregnancies, how to avoid miscarriages in pregnancies generally, and what the doctors did in order to be able to keep me pregnant till full term. If you are not aware, I have been through a journey of infertility, a secondary infertility. I have also had multiple miscarriages, and so I think I have an idea, or these are the few things that I did in order to be able to stay pregnant and what the doctors did in order to be able to keep me pregnant. I mean, if you have had 1 or 2 miscarriages before, then you would get to a point where you kind of do not trust your body anymore. You kind of feel like you are disappointed in your body because you feel like your body is being made in order to be able to carry pregnancy. But for some weird reasons, your body is not doing it. And so when you eventually do fall pregnant, you have this feeling of, oh, am I going to be able to make it? Will I not make it? And all of that. So I was there, and these were the things that I did and the things that the doctors did in order to be able to keep me pregnant till full term, and then I had my rainbow baby. Okay, so let's jump into the video. So the first thing you want to do after you have discovered that you're pregnant is you want to go ahead and report yourself to the doctor. You want to go tell the doctor that, yeah, doctor, I am pregnant. Go drop that message there. Nobody's asking you, but you will need to drop that message there. This is because if anything is going to happen subsequently in the pregnancy, they already know that you're pregnant. You don't have to start explaining to them when you got pregnant and all of that, because you already told them when you did got pregnant. Okay, so you want to go ahead and drop that message, drop that information with the doctor. You want to move on to taking your folic acid if you are not already taking your folic acid. And if I were you, I would suggest a high dose of folic acid, because that's one of the things that the doctors did for them to be able to keep me pregnant. They gave me a high dose of folic acid. Folic acid is mandatory in pregnancy, because if you do not take folic acid in your pregnancy, you're going to end up having a child with neural defects, neural tube defects. Okay, you don't want babies that have problem with their brains and then eventually they might even die. So just if you have had miscarriages before, which is why we are doing this video, you want to go ahead and suggest a high dose of folic acid to your doctor. After my miscarriages, and then I eventually fell pregnant, my doctor placed me on a high dose of folic acid, and so that was one of the reasons I was able to stay pregnant until full term. Okay, you also want to go ahead and take your vitamin D. I am calling them one after the other. These are prenatal vitamins, but I am calling them one after the other because I feel like if you have the big one, like the whole prenatal vitamin, if you have them, you might not be able to pick this big tablet and swallow. Okay, so you want to go ahead and just take your vitamin D. At least take your vitamin D and then take your folic acid. You want to start taking your vitamin D. This is my own vitamin D. I also took the high dose of vitamin D. The reason is because I live in a cold country, and because of the color of my skin, I needed to take vitamin D as normal in the first place, not to talk of the fact that I was even pregnant. So that my vitamin D level, my vitamin D was also increased. So you also want to go ahead and start taking your vitamin D. But then if you can do with the whole vitamin, the whole prenatal vitamin, that's just fine. You can go ahead and take it. But then the amount of folic acid that's in here is not up to the amount of folic acid that I had when I was pregnant. So you want to go ahead, and if they suggest a high dose of folic acid for you, like if they prescribe that for you, they will definitely give it to you anyway. So but if you are okay to take this prenatal vitamin, it doesn't hurt, you go ahead and take it. Okay, so the next thing I have on my list is you want to suggest aspirin. Okay, yeah, it might sound weird, but I took aspirin from the very first from the very moment that I discovered I was pregnant. I was placed on aspirin before I even got pregnant. So as soon as I discovered I was pregnant, I started taking my vitamin D. Please ignore the noise you're hearing if you can hear it. So I started taking my aspirin. Okay, this is a low dose aspirin, and you might be wondering why they gave me. It helped when they say it helps with preeclampsia, but for me, because I have had multiple miscarriages, and then there was no reason why I was having those miscarriages. My doctor just went on to place me on aspirin. As soon as I discovered I was pregnant, I started taking my aspirin. So you want to suggest to your doctor that you have seen someone, or you know about people taking aspirin when they are pregnant. So you want to find out, you want to make sure that you suggest this to your doctor to get to know whether probably this is something they are happy, if this is something they are happy to place you on. Okay, this helped me. This was also one of the things that the doctors did in order to be able to keep me pregnant. Okay, you also want to suggest Cyclogest, progesterone. Okay, progesterone, progesterone is the natural hormone that we have in our body when we're pregnant. But then for me, because I was having miscarriages and the doctors did not know why I was having miscarriages, there was no reason why I was having miscarriages, they decided to place me on progesterone, Cyclogest progesterone. This is, I think this is the I don't know how many milligram, the 400 milligram. This is a 400 milligram one. So they placed me on this one. So I was doing this one every 12 hourly. Okay, so I would insert this whether through the front or through the back. It depends on what you're comfortable with. Some people have it in the form of tablets anyway, but for me it was the insert pills I had. Okay, so this one is still sealed. I don't want to open it, but this is what it is. Cyclogest progesterone. Go on and suggest it to your doctor and see if this is something that they want to place you on, since you have had multiple miscarriages. Okay, or you have had 1 or 2 miscarriages. That's why you need to ask them whether they're happy to place you on this. And the next thing you want to do is avoid anything, any activity that is going to place you at risk of falling. Okay, you don't want to fall, you don't want to knock your head, knock your leg, knock anything while you're pregnant. So you want to be very careful. Don't go climbing a mountain, don't go hiking. I mean, if you want to do exercise that are good for your health, not going to be lifting weight and all of those things. No. Then you also want to go ahead. Something else that you need to do is to trust your instinct. Trust and follow your instinct to the core. Okay, if your instinct tells you not to drink pineapple juice, please go ahead not to drink pineapple juice. If your instinct tells you not to climb a mountain, don't go climbing a mountain. If there's an exercise that your instinct tells you not to do, don't do it. If he says don't eat chili, don't eat chili. This is because if your instinct tells you not to eat chili and you go on to eat chili saying, oh, chili, there's nothing wrong with chili. Okay, if you eventually eat that chili and you have a miscarriage that was even going to happen anyways, if you eat chili after your instinct has told you not to eat chili and you go on to eat chili, you would start blaming yourself. And there's nothing as horrible as something happening and then having a miscarriage and then you're there beating yourself and blaming yourself for this thing that has happened. Okay, so follow your instinct to the core. And the very final thing that I have on this list is pray. I had a battalion of army, a battalion of people who were praying for me. You want to go ahead and have people interceding on your behalf, because if your prayer have turned to prayer, if your matter have turned to prayer matter, you have no option than to get people to pray for you. And again, this issue of fertility and miscarriages, you would get to a point where you are not able to open your mouth and even pray anymore. You need people to pray for you. I had loads of people who were praying for me. And one of my brothers told me while I was in this is saying that me and him were speaking, and then he told me, I think I said something to him, and he told me that if I even know, if I know the amount of people who are praying for me, I would even keep my mouth shut. That the devil is aware of the amount of people who were praying for me, and so the devil cannot even dare. That the devil himself is afraid of the people that are praying for me. So you want to get people to go on and start praying for you, get people to intercede for you, and by the grace of God, you have your rainbow baby. Okay? Okay guys, I've come to the end of today's video. Please do me well by subscribing to my channel. Share this video to, if you have anyone who has another person who is battling infertility or battling miscarriages, you can go ahead and share this video to them. They might in one way or the other benefit from this video. Like I said, this video is purely informative and does not intend to give a medical advice.